Alright guys, happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I wanted to go over this data log real quick, just so you can see what's going on here and what happened on that last pass we had. Basically here the red line is RPM and the green line is throttle position. So what we're looking at here is this is where we're up on the two-step, and it says it's almost at 7,000 RPMs. I had the two-step set at 5,200, so we got to take a look at that. But here's when we dumped the clutch, and when I still had the line lock was held, it bogged the engine all the way down to 1,200 RPMs. So that was killed our 60-foot, killed our launch. And then we come up here. So here is the here's the 1-2 shift. As you can see, this one I pushed in. Let off the gas, pushed in the clutch, and we shifted at, that looks like that is about, sorry guys, I can't really see this. This is too small for me to see, but it looks like we shifted about 5,600, okay, and then it dropped at 4,600, excuse me, 4,400, sorry. So, you know, when we shifted was at 5,600, it dropped to 4,400 on the 1-2 shift. And then on the 2-3 shift, that looks like that was at 6,000. And again, we're short shifting. I got the lights set at like about 6,700 RPMs to shift. So after all this launch fiasco, then the whole run was just messed up. But anyway. So we short shifted the 1-2 shift, shifted at 5,600, and then the 2-3 shift was at about 6,000. And then the one good thing here. So then the 3-4 shift was at about 6,300. But if you look, there's no drop here, so it looks like we did a no lift shift, power shifted basically. And that's what we need to do on all these. I mean, this is all this is just wasted time. This green line should be flat all the way across with not letting off at the shift points, you know. So it looks like we did do that from 3 to 4, and that went from 63 to, looks like that dropped down to, sorry guys, this is real finicky. Just about 5,000, 4,900 RPMs, and then we crossed the line up here at about 6,400. So that's okay, but obviously this is all no good. And I mean, look at the time it took on the 1-2 shift. That's the 2-3, not so bad. Obviously 3-4, this is what we want on every shift, no lift. So just wanted to go over that data log with you guys, and that's how bad we bogged this car down on the launch, was all the way down to like 1,200 RPMs. And still went 127 miles per hour. So, yeah, just wish we could have made a few more passes. And then what we have planned, Sacramento Raceway is closed. So what we have planned, the next closest track is Sonoma Raceway. They did postpone their last event until December 6th, which is it's like their Wednesday night streetcar night. So we're going to try to make it out for that. And then after that, here the upgrades for the winter will be, we still have our McLeod, we have our RXT twin disc clutch and associated stuff, you know, an adjustable clutch, a clutch pivot if we need it, and we have a new clutch fork, and then I got this 4-post cutoff switch, which this will allow us to not only cut off the battery, but we can also cut off, we can do a direct cutoff of power to the ignition also. So that will save us from running the alternator wire all the way back to the battery. So we don't have a big wire running to the front and then back again to the back of the car. So, but I got that. There's nothing wrong with the one I have in there. Matter of fact, this is the same brand. This is just a 4-post model instead of a 2-post. So that's just something I wanted to have. And if we switch over to like an MSD box, or I have this Pertronix box right here that I've used before. That's basically like a MSD box. You know, then we can power that directly to this, and then when that cuts off, that'll cut all the ignition off to the car, and it'll kill the car. So that's kind of was my plan for that. And this isn't very expensive, and it's just a safety feature. One other safety feature we've got to do over the winter is our these are our Moser C-Clip eliminators. So we've got this kit. But I don't want to do that till we're done for the year, because we'll have to take the rear end apart, and then I'll take a look at the axles. These are 31 splines in there. If they're in good shape, we'll probably just continue to run those. If they're twisted at all, then maybe I'll go ahead and upgrade to like a 33 or 35 spline, and then possibly switch over to a spool rear end. It's from the limited slip. But if we don't need to do that right away, you know, obviously I'd rather save the money. And then the one thing we are waiting on to do the clutch swap is, you know, when I wanted to swap this over, I said I might as well just wait till I get the SFI, get the, you know, scatter shield, a steel bell housing that's, you know, shatterproof and SFI rated for racing. So turns out that the Quicktime steel bell housing that's SFI rated was on a Black Friday sale. And on top of that, Summit Racing had another 15% off if you use your Summit Racing card. So I got the sale price, plus I got a 15% off Summit. And that should be here tomorrow. So after we do our last, if we make, hopefully we can make it out to Sonoma Raceway on December 6th. After that, we'll start on the clutch. And probably put the ignition box back in there, so we can run the two-step off of that, which I know will be more consistent than either this. I mean, if I have it set at 5,200, I don't know why it's spiking up to 7,000 on the launch. So we need to have better control than that. So maybe I'll put that ignition box back in. That'll probably go inside of the car. And again, like an MSD box, it's got the dials on the side that you have to adjust. So that'll be somewhere in the driver's compartment, maybe inside the armrest area. We'll see. But anyway, that's the update. I wanted to go over the data log with you guys, and then just a couple of the mods we're going to do over the winter. And hopefully we'll get our one last chance to make some runs in 2023 out at Sonoma Raceway. Very happy with the way the car ran. Oh, and one other thing on this lower graph I did want to show. So what I did put on here on this graph, this is the battery voltage. So we are right at just about 14 volts all the way through the whole run. And that way, I just wanted to check the new alternator, and yeah, so 13.94 volts, and it is staying right about 13.8, 13.5, 13.9 throughout the whole run. So that is that's fine for me, man. I like that. That's the Power Master one-wire alternator. So anyway, all that worked out fine. Happy with the way the car performed. Just I messed up on the launch. But nonetheless, that is the update. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And as soon as we get started on these mods, I'll post another update. Okay, guys. Thanks. Have a great weekend.